Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Math with Miss Sabrine. Today we are going to learn about how to use the laws of logarithms to write each expression as a single logarithm. I already explained these laws before, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, then do watch those videos first and then come back to this one to practice these questions with me. Okay, so let's start. This is the first question. Log of 8 plus log of 4. We know that whenever you have the same base, you add two logs, you can just multiply the terms together. So that means from this question I can write log of base 2, the base doesn't change, and you multiply these two things. So 8 times 4, it's 32. So you can say that log of 8 plus log of 4 with a base of 2 equals to log of 32 with a base of 2. Number 2, log of 4 minus log of 2. Again, you have the same base and you're subtracting two logs. Whenever you have the same base, you can actually divide the terms. This equals to log of 3. I'm just going to divide 4 by 2. This will give me log of 2 to a base of 3. That's all. Number 3. 5 log 2 plus 4 log 3. Now, this is a little bit different. Before you want to add the two terms, you need to make sure that there is nothing in front of the log. If you look at this law, whenever you have a power, you can move it to the front, and it's true like otherwise as well. Like if you have something before the log, you can actually move it back and put it as the power of this term. I'm going to apply this rule for number 3. So for this question, I'm going to move this back to where it belongs. So this is going to give me log of 2 to the power of 5 plus log of 4. I'm going to do same thing to this side as well. Move it back. Log of 3 to the power of 4. This will give me log of, now you can just multiply. Now, one thing to note, that you don't have, like there is no base given. So whenever you don't have any base, you have to assume that the base is 10. So I have the same base, I can just multiply this two terms. 2 to the power of 5 times 3 to the power of 5. What's going to give me? I need to use a calculator. It will give me log of, if you want you can write this, and it's fine if you don't. 2,592. Okay, let's move to the next question. Now, the next question is also kind of similar. You can just, log of 6 is just log of 6. You can't simplify it anymore. Plus, but there is a number in front of the log. So that means I'm going to move it back to where it belongs. So plus log of 3 to the power of 2 minus log of 2. Now we have three terms in this case. Whenever we have three terms, we will do the first two terms first, and then we will deal with this. So you can see for all of these expressions, the base is the same. The base is not given, that means the base is 10. So I'm just going to multiply this 2 first. This will give me 6 times 3 square is 9. Then you have to subtract it from log of 2. So I have one term already. This minus that means you have to divide this term by that. I'm going to write it together, saving space. This equals to, you can actually simplify this. 6 divided by 2 is 3. That means this will give you log of 27. Okay, that's all for 5. Now let's move to questions that are a bit different. So we have this expression f of x equals to log of x over 2 to a base of 3 plus log of 16 minus log of 4. And the base is the same in this question. The base is 3. So we have to show f of x equals to this. Now, whenever they say show something, it doesn't mean you can use this answer. You have to do whatever you can to make it equal to this. That's how you can show something. So you can see that they combine all the terms and just expressed it as a single logarithm. That's what I'm going to do for this. For a, I'm going to write log of 3. I'm going to multiply these two things first. That will give me x over 2 times 16. And then minus of this. That means you have to divide this by 4. Now you can simplify this without using calculator. 16 divided by 2 will give you 8. So on the top you have 8x divided by 4. Now you can divide 8 by 4 and this will give us 2. This equals to log of 2x to a base of 3. This is how you can show. So shown. For b, you have to find the value of f of 0.5. That means the value of x is 0.5. I'm just going to substitute that. This will give me log of 3 2 times 0.5 equals to log of 3 1. Now we know that log of 1 is always equal to 0. It doesn't matter what your base is, this will give us 0. So I'm just going to write 0. This is for f 0.5. The next term is f of 4.5. Same idea, you just need to substitute x equals to 4.5 instead of 0.5. So this equals to log of 3, 2 times 4.5. This will give me log of 3. 2 times 4.5 is 9. And 9 can be written as 3 square as well. So this equals to log of 3 to the power of 2, and the power moves to the front. So I will have 2 log of 3. Whenever you have the same base with the same number, you can cancel it out and just write 1. This equals to 2. I made it a little bit messy, so I hope you understand what I was trying to say. The next part is C. The function f can also be written in the form of f of x equals to ln of ax over ln of b. Write down the value of a and b. That means we have to express this term and make it equal to this term. Now, like I told you before, the laws of logarithms, common logarithms, and natural logarithms are also the same. The only difference is the base is e. So it doesn't really matter. You can use ln as well instead of log. Let me do that. How can we start? Now I already combined this whole thing. My fx is log of 2x to a base of 3. How can I change it and write it in this form? This means ln divided by ln or log divided by log. That means you used the change of base formula. According to the change of base formula, if you want to change the base to something, what you do is you write this equals to log 2x will go to will be here divided by log of the base 3, and then you can change this base into anything that you want to. Because I want to write it in terms of ln, I'm going to make the base e. Now whenever you write e, it becomes ln 2x. So if you use ln, you don't have to use the base e, because if you write ln, that just means the base is e divided by ln of the b is 3. So I'm going to have ln of 2x over 3. So we can compare this to this and you can find the value of a. A is the number that's with x, it's 2 in this case, and b is b is 3. Okay, so that's how you can express it in terms of ln as well. Let's move to the next question, number 6. We have two expressions in this question. F of x equals to 3 ln x and g of x equals to ln of 5x to the power of 3. Express gs in this form. In this form, that means I have to break it and somehow I need to make it this a part of this function. My g of x is ln 5x to the power of 3. F of x is 3 ln x. That means I need to separate this 3 from this 5. How can I do it? I'm just going to use the properties of logs and break this down. Like so far we had two separate terms and we multiplied it, but now we have the final form, but you can separate it as well. So I am going to write ln of 5 plus ln of x to the power of 3. ln 5 is just ln 5. There is nothing to change. ln x to the power of 3, I can actually move this to the front and make it equal to 3 ln x. Now you can see that this is the same thing as this one. So I have expressed my gx in this form, where ln a is equal to ln of 5. I'm just going to write a instead of 5 plus 3 ln x equals to f of x. So you can write it like this. This is how you can show that this equals to that. Now fx plus ln a and ln a plus f of x is the same thing. So it doesn't matter if you write it in this form. Now let's move to the last question for the day. The first one is easy. You just need to evaluate log of 32 to a base of 2. We know that 32 equals to 2 to the power of 5. Whenever you have a power, you can move it to the front. This will give you 5 log 2. Log of a number and the same base will give you 1. So this just equals to 5. Now B is a little bit different. We have this term log of 32x divided by log of 8 to the power of y to a base of 2. We have to change it, break it down and write it in form of x and y only. You can see I don't have any log anymore. So it says plus, that means you have to separate the terms first. Now this is written in the form of log a over b. So I am going to separate it and write it as log of a minus log of b, this form. Let's see how to do that. So this will give me log of 32x, the base of 2, minus log of 8 to the power of y to a base of 2 as well. This equals to, now I already calculated it, that log of 232 is actually 5. Can I, okay, let's do one thing. Let's move the x and y to the front first, and then we can evaluate these terms, because you can do this without calculator. X goes to the front. I will have x log of 32 to a base of 2 minus y log of 8 to a base of 2. Now we can evaluate this term. From part A, we already figured out that log of 32 to a base of 2 is 5. So I'm just going to write 5 minus y log of 8 to a base of 2. This equals to 3, because 2 to the power of 3 is 8. So this is going to give me 3. I have 5x minus 3y. Now you can compare it to this one, px plus qy. It's the same thing. My p equals to 5 because this is the number with x, and q equals to negative 3 because this is the number with y. I can write p equals to 5 and q equals to negative 3. Okay, that will be all for today. If you like my videos, then don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Thank you.